They say that karma has no menu. You get served exactly what you deserve. For years, one man stood as the face of the legal persecution of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. One man went on national television to justify the extraordinary rendition from Kenya. One man looked at the pleas of Igbo leaders and said, no, let the court decide. That man was Abubakar Malami. But today, the tables have turned in the most dramatic way possible. The hunter has become the hunted, and in a twist of poetic justice that no scriptwriter could invent, the judge who was supposed to decide Malami's fate, a judge of Igbo extraction, has looked at Malami's case file and walked away. The headline you saw is real. Malami has been abandoned in the middle of his own legal storm, and the irony is deafening. Today, Thursday, February 12, 2026, we are analyzing the shockwave that just hit the Federal High Court in Abuja. Justice Obiora Egwuatu, the judge presiding over the massive 213 billion naira forfeiture order against the former Attorney-General, has officially recused himself. He stepped down. He washed his hands of the case. On the surface, he cited personal reasons, but in the court of public opinion, the message is clear. Malami is now toxic. The man who once commanded the entire Ministry of Justice cannot find a judge willing to hear his plea. And the fact that it is an Igbo judge, Justice Egwuatu, who delivered this blow adds a layer of spiritual significance that many Nnamdi Kanu supporters are celebrating today. Let's go back to the beginning to understand the weight of this karma. Remember 2021. Remember how Malami stood before the cameras smiling as he announced that Nnamdi Kanu had been intercepted. He was the architect of the legal cage that held Kanu. When Governor Soludo offered to stand as surety, Malami arrogantly dismissed it, saying Kanu must face the full wrath of the law. He used the technicalities of the court to keep Kanu in detention even when the appeal court discharged him. Malami was the master of the judicial delay. Now, look at today. The same judicial delay is now Malami's nightmare. By Justice Egwuatu stepping down, Malami's case is forced to start de novo from the very beginning. The interim forfeiture order on his 57 properties, including the Raya University and his hotels in Kano, remains in place. He cannot touch his assets. He cannot travel. He is trapped in the same legal limbo he created for others. He wanted the law to take its course. Well, the course just got a lot longer and a lot rockier. The scene in court was chaotic. Malami's lawyers, led by Joseph Daudu, were ready to argue. They wanted to vacate the forfeiture order. They wanted their client to be free. But Justice Egwuatu simply announced his withdrawal and returned the file to the chief judge. For a defendant, this is the worst possible news. It means you remain a suspect. It means the EFCC keeps your properties. It means the cloud over your head does not go away. Malami is learning the hard way that when you cook a meal of injustice for others, you must be prepared to eat the leftovers. I have to pause here and ask you, the viewer, because this story is too deep for just surface analysis. Do you believe this is natural justice at work? Do you think the spirit of the land is fighting for those who are wrongly persecuted? I really want to read your thoughts in the comment section below. And please, if you are following this saga of power and fall, do me a massive favor and click that like button right now. It helps us document history. And if you are new here, hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss the next episode of this drama. Welcome back. Let's look at the Igbo Judge angle. In Nigeria, we often try to ignore tribe in the judiciary, but in this specific case, the symbolism is powerful. Nnamdi Kanu is an Igbo leader who was persecuted by a Fulani Attorney-General. Now, that Attorney-General is facing trial, and the man with the gavel was an Igbo judge. Justice Egwuatu could have been the one to grant Malami bail or vacate the order. Instead, he chose to step aside. Some are saying he did it to avoid any accusation of bias. Others are saying he simply did not want to be the one to save a man who caused so much pain to his people. Whatever the reason, the result is the same. Malami is stranded. The assets at stake are mind-blowing. We are talking about 213.2 billion naira. That is enough to fund the budget of some states. The EFCC has traced hotels, schools, and plazas in Abuja, Kebbi, and Kano directly to Malami and his family. For years, while he was AGF, he claimed to be fighting corruption. He claimed to be recovering loot. Now the EFCC is saying he is the loot. The irony is that the very EFCC he used to hunt his political enemies is now the dog biting his ankles. We also have to look at the political isolation. In 2026, Malami is no longer the super minister. He is alone. The current administration of President Tinubu has shown no interest in saving him. In fact, by allowing the EFCC to go this hard, it seems they are using him as a scapegoat to show the West that they are serious about corruption. And with the US watching, remember the recent sanctions threats, sacrificing Malami might be the easiest way to please the international community. So, what happens next? The file goes back to the Chief Judge, Justice John Toso. He has to find another judge. But who will want to touch this radioactive case? If an Igbo judge has walked away, will a Yoruba judge take it? Will a Hausa judge take it and risk being accused of ethnic favoritism? Malami is becoming a hot potato that nobody wants to hold. And every day the case is delayed, Nnamdi Kanu sits in his cell, probably through sources on the outside, knowing that the man who put him there is sweating in the same heat. As we wrap up, remember this: power is transient. Today you are the Attorney General, tomorrow you are the defendant. Today you are the jailer, tomorrow you are the prisoner. Malami is learning this lesson in the hardest way possible.